Hello again. Update for my Volcanic Fissure of snaking build. I've seen some questions and attention coming to the last videos, especially the long one. Some questions, so I've decided to make an update. This video is going to be two parts. First of all, I'm going to show off the path of building I've made, which at the time of recording needs a little bit of tweaking still, but I've put a lot of effort into writing this one. The notes section is basically a book at this point. It's aimed at sort of newer players and players who are inexperienced with attribute stacking. So my goal with this is to basically make a sort of a long read guide into the mechanics, things that are important, reasons why you should get certain upgrades. Of course, here I'm explaining in text the mechanics of the skill, explaining the different levels of investment I've created in this guide, which is very important. I want to say this right away. This is not a cheap build. It's the same like before. Your base setup is just going to cost you up to around 100 divines. The reason for this is because if you want to make this build work well, it wants to scale, it needs investment, it eats divine orbs, but it rewards you for doing so. Leveling this build with the strength stacking in mind already is probably not the right idea. I did it myself, but it's probably easiest to just level a Bone Shatter character first. And then when you get you kill Kitav and Act 10, you can start looking at this and thinking, okay, where do I want to go? Because to set this up, the base setup, to get a lot of nice strength, you want to split personalities. So you also want your pathing done. And the pathing also comes across wheels that you really want, for example, the attributes, mastery, life, crit. It comes past this nice wheel here for a bunch of attack speed and life, I think. Regeneration, HP, more HP. And it comes across a bunch of cluster jewel nodes. For the base setup here, I've selected these two. But it's sort of flexible. It depends on what you need at the moment. But yeah. First part of the video, I'm just trying to show you what's in there, what you should pay attention to. I'm not doing the build guide in the video itself. It's mostly just explaining how you're going to use this path of building if you want to. What you should look at and take care, so you can get the right priorities in terms of upgrades and purchasing your gear. So you can get the character started at the base level, start doing maps, leveling up, and just collecting more points on the tree, more jewel sockets to fit in, and each level up will feel more powerful. It's a very rewarding character to run, but again, it needs investment. It's not a league starter, it's a second character or just a currency dumper. Which I will show you in the showcase. What my build has become is it's getting closer to mirror tier than yeah, well, we'll see. So, start with this. Start with the level 75. Read through this to make sure you're actually wanting to play the build. Check the core item section so you are sure you understand which items we're taking and why we're taking them. The build is based around these items. It doesn't have to be these items exactly, but this is what we're basing the build on. So we have a foundation to go back to say, why are we taking this? Because we're using this. If I start swapping out items, it might need different other items to complement them. So, core unique items. Of course, we already discussed this in the last video. 3 cluster jewels, because we need jewels. And weapons, I've this time actually included replica frost breath instead of in the last video I just randomized. The base setup is configured to use replica frost breath. Okay. It also includes a cheaper belt. That was I've removed the forbidden... Still here. The forbidden jewels from this cluster wheel because they've gotten even more expensive. So that I'm sure, except for maybe your lethal pride, which can vary a lot, that this setup should be around 60 to 70 divines to get started. Because I wanted to make a base level. Like, to describe essentially, if you're investing 30 divines, don't bother yet. Save up some more. Collect the gear first slowly, and when you have all the base gear, you can start switching. What else can I go through? I'll continue a little bit here. I've included some upgrades and priorities. This needs to be a little bit more fleshed out, but I'm recording the video now. Big upgrades I haven't included in the base setup are Awakened Multi-Strike, because it's also getting more expensive. Of course, the Forbidden Flame Jewels. Synthesized Rings, that's over here. Synthesized Belt. It's like 10 to 15 divines. You can select it here also. I've made multiple items per slot, basically. The helmet, I still need to make a cheaper one. So you can mix and match, basically, to see what happens. So again, later upgrades, Rings with Strength and Ultra Attributes, which is boosting your dexterity and intelligence also, so you can drop, for example, these, which you will need at the start. And once you've gotten those upgrades, these are probably the most important ones to get first. You can start looking at the bigger money, basically. And in general, just your gear, your jewels, the rare jewels. If you didn't get strong ones at the start, you can start getting things like this with a lot of crit multi and attack speed or accuracy rating or added strength, increased strength. Yeah, just take care to read through this. There's a lot of information here, as you can see. In terms of skill and support gems, I'll also make sure this is clear. The Volcanic Fissure of Snaking gem should be at 20% quality, because that gives it an additional fissure. You can check here. You can see Fissure erupts 3 additional times. If we remove this quality, it says Fissure erupts 2 additional times. This is 33% more damage, essentially. Or 33% more damage uptime, I should say. Battle Mage's Cry is what makes the strength stacking do a lot of damage. Without this, you're basically just another build. This skill is pressed together with Volcanic Fissure of Snaking. Apart from that, it goes over some of the skills you want to upgrade first. My priority is in using Berserk with cast when damage taken, because I'm using right click to move, so I'm missing a skill slot. The best scars, make sure to get Whispers of Doom, all this information is right here. And then at the end, I've included 2 recipes for crafting rare maces. These are fully deterministic, but they might not be the best ways to do so. For the first one, the 5 to 10 Divine Orb one, which I used in my first long video. This is quite easy to craft. And then the second version, for me, required one-handed mace with the highest enchantment can have an additional crafted modifier. When I was looking for this, it took a few searches and some hours before one actually appeared, and it was 20 divines. It might be more expensive when you find one. So just take this in mind. This might become way more. But I have included the recipe, because if you get one, this is what you need to do, and you will have the weapon I was using in my character before. No, what I'm actually still using, sorry. So, to summarize, if you need to understand how this build works, how the mechanics work, how strength stacking works, read this, and it should teach you a lot. I'm no expert, but I have put a lot of attention into the details and making sure I'm not speaking misinformation, essentially. So yeah, base setup level 75. 60 to 100 divines depending on the item costs. Should get you 15 mil DPS, 5000 life, max resistances, 66% block chance. It's pretty decent for a level 75. And then I need to make some more items to finish these, but once the video goes up, this should also be done, as I will be uploading them together. So, now the second part, my character. This is becoming the showcase now. If you're just interested in the build guide, go check it out. The path of building is in the link in the description. But for now, this is what my character has become. I switched out my synthesized belt for a mage blood yesterday, which dropped me about 300 something strength points. And I'm still figuring out the differences. This mostly seems to be safety versus and consistency versus just high strength. So far I like it. It's consistent, but it's not a big difference maker. I think in terms of damage or survivability, it's just really nice to have. Apart from that, I've made some slight upgrades to my rings, nothing special. The helmet is still the same. Weapon, of course, is the new mace I crafted with the heist base. It's pretty decent. I enjoy it. Most of this is the same. Apart from that, I've made new flasks for the mage blood, pretty nicely rolled. And in terms of my tree, the biggest change I've made is getting the adorned with a very nice roll. Together with the mage blood, this made sure I'm bankrupt now, but it's fine. I got some corrupted magic jewels, one with corrupted blood, immunity of course, but all of them have maximum strength and maximum critical strike multi, except for this one, which has 15%. This makes it so that I have, it doesn't show up correctly here, but about 550% crit multi. So yeah, I recorded the video doing a showcase before, but I kind of, the audio was still really terrible. It should be better now, I hope. Going to run an invitation, an Uber Sirus, an Uber Cortex, and an Uber Maven. Let's see if it goes very well. I might also make a map at the end and make a crazy map to show you how the mapping process works. Of course, I'll just do that right away because I ran this. Fantastic. Okay, let's do a tropical island. That's why it's going off. Okay. Excuse me, I thought I prepared. Let's just dump a few of these on there. I'm taking no considerations into actually making this good or anything, but yeah. Let's just slam some scarabs on there. I'll try to keep it sort of sane. I'm not sure if it's a good idea because I'll have to loot it, but we'll see. Maybe I'll just leave the loot there. Okay. Let's see. Okay, let's just do this one for now, and then we'll get to the Ubers. That should be okay. I'm also doing the wildwood in this map to show you that even with 100% delirium and empowered mobs, my character can still kill them. It's no problem. I'll try to do my best doing this quickly, collecting as much, but I'm not a huge fan of this mechanic anymore. My second character was a tornado shotter, and I did a lot of this, and it kind of burned out on me. And I must say, even without the mage blood, my defensive aspect, the survivability, was still great. I'm enjoying the balance this character has, even more so now with the mage blood. But it's fine either way. Yes. Okay, that's some nice dust. Collect some more. That should be fine. Nothing special. But okay. Immediately Omniphobia. I think I'm just going to turn off the loot and unless we hear some things, I'll collect them, of course. But again, 100% delirious map with about, what is it, 4.5k juice. Sure why I'm opening these hands. Maybe I'll just find a video editing software and cut it. Oh look, tanky man, a really tanky man. Goodbye. Oh, is that closes? Not anymore. Again, this video is quite unscripted. Just going to stand in these elemental explosions. Coming towards the boss now. So, I don't think that looked very challenging. The build's gotten pretty good, as you can see. There might be people going, ah, that's nothing. But for me, this is quite a nice power level. Okay, looting completed. Let's go for the 3 Ubers I have aligned here. I have only tried Uber Maven with the Mage Blood so far. So I'm interested in seeing if there's any difference to this, but I've already done Uber Sirus Deathless, Uber Cortex multiple times Deathless. I think this should also be quite a piece of cake if I don't stand into a degen pool. Let's see. If you're... Might as well do these right away. Oh, whatever. Okay. Uber Sirus.
Take it! It's yours. But Oriath, I will burn to the ground.
Perhaps the suffering of my fellow citizens will finally stir something.
Let's see.
What's this? A real challenge. You finally caught my attention.
It's quite easy to phase him, but I feel like sometimes you get additional storms. I'm not sure if this is part of the Uber Sirus fight, but yeah, the first time I tried it I had like 6 storms or something. Kind of weird.
The others found strength in their projections.
Okay.
They became
The most difficult part is just not standing in the degens, really. Like, oh my fucking god. The downside of the build is also visual clarity. It's kind of tricky sometimes to see what you're doing when you're... Okay, great. Okay. It's always fun when you practice for things and it goes well, and then you try to do it live and
Really interesting enough to warrant all this pain.
that's more like it. I've also included a version of the build in the path of building with spell suppression, but I don't know if it's really worth it, because this character is, in its essence, just something that wants to destroy everything. You can see it deals with Sirus's HP bar like it's nothing. You just gotta be careful around these little pools right there. Yep, last phase. Let's see if we can avoid getting a meteor. That's it. Okay. Except from that little fuck up at the start there, I think it was a fine showcase of this build can properly deal with Uber Sirus if it wants to. Same for Uber Cortex, which is an absolute joke. I'm going to witness him, no problem. Doesn't really do anything anyway. But and it would be really funny if I died to Uber Cortex after having done it deathless so many times. Penetrate elemental resistances. We'll see. I don't know if people usually even clear this map or if they just rush to the boss room, but I like just unloading for a little bit. It gives you a chance to experience the modifiers on the map as well. Okay.
What secrets are you hiding in that murderous...
The longest part of this fight is the middle phase where the mobs spawn. The bosses themselves get deleted.
Do you remember dying here?
That's basically my experience with Uber Cortex. They get deleted in 2 to 3 seconds. And yeah, I don't know what I've exactly done to upgrade the defensiveness comparatively. Maybe it's just more life and more armor. But it feels so smooth to play by now. Maybe it's the Mage Blood also. Okay.
This one is my own creation. Face your death.
I'm still not sure what Maven even does in this fight. But and that's it. Uber Cortex, piece of cake.
This isn't over. This will never be over. I will unify humanity.
Just give me my jewel and I'll be on my way. Oh, never mind then. Oh, no. Okay, and for probably the most challenging one I've prepared, of course, Uber Maven, which I haven't done deathless yet, so I'm preparing myself to be humiliated. It is selected. And we'll see if I can maybe do it deathless for the first time. But the problem is the memory games. I am too chaotic to get into the memory games at the when half the arena is covered in enemies and yeah.
Pain will be returned tenfold. Space aligns.
And again, this is with a Mage Blood. The synthesized heavy belt gives me more damage, about 10 to 15%. Okay. Still no balls released. Up, right, up.
Scurry, scurry. Stand still. Why?
Resistance will be punished.
So far so good.
Contorts.
Problem is her Cascade of Pain attack. This is the most challenging one for me to dodge.
My irritation is growing.
But maybe it'll be fine this time.
Stand still. There will not be an escape.
I guess. Does that attack prevent you from healing also? It also gives the Maven debuff. Left, right, up.
Scurry,
Oh,
scurry.
fuck me, I missed it. Okay. I totally didn't pay attention. Nice.
Makes the whole complete.
Once again, masterful showcase.
A cascade of pain. Stand still.
Ah, of course, I got hit again.
Stop resisting. Reality bends. Punishment inescapable.
Arrogant toy. Death will not be an escape.
Okay. Second death incoming. Right, up, left, right, up.
Scurry,
Amazing.
scurry. A cascade of pain. Take this.
I'm getting a little bit better at Maven, dodging the attacks, but the memory game remains a problem. At least I only died once. I think that's a new record.
The living toy must enjoy our contests. For it
So yeah,
continues
that's
to
the scuffed up showcase of my build, which has gotten a bit more expensive, fleshed out, and I'm super proud of it. Yeah, check out the PoB, and I'll see you later.